Well, folks, welcome back to WWC. I figured I'd get on here and do a little talk through. Why? Because somebody needs to say it. Whether you agree with me or not's another thing. Just hear me out. We have enough kids and people out there that are dumbed down as is. Okay? The country's not what it was, alright? And most people, not everyone, would agree with that. And a lot of these car shows on YouTube and other places now want to sit here and make up things, sparkulators, trimmage, shakeage, wind in the tire, just stuff like that. I mean, at first, it's kind of humorous, lighthearted, and after a while, it gets to the point to where you've run it into the ground. You're beating a dead horse, and you're turning it into glue now. Okay. And people think, man, they're cool. They're on the bandwagon. Well, yeah, whatever. Being cool is being yourself, being an individual. Try that. Try being more of an individual. Quit following the whatever. And the other thing's this. And this is like the most stupid thing I've ever heard in my life. A car. It was born such and such day. It was born. It's born date. It's like, what moron came up with that? And I mean moron. And the reason I say that is cars are not born, people. I mean, go look at your toaster and your microwave and your garden hose and all that. Were they born too? They have manufacturing dates on them. Manufacturing dates. Okay? They turned out thousands and thousands of them. All looking one after the same. Bunch of twins. Okay? Born. Really? You gotta follow the crowd like, man, you're cool, man. I'm on the inside, man. Look at me. Have enough moxie. Have enough balls to get up and say, what the hell's wrong with you? You see, we got kids today that are coming up that are not going to know about, it's got it's got a serial number. Oh, there's a mid-year change and this, and you got to look at the serial number and blah, 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 or the manufacturing date to know about the changes, mid-year or whatever. Oh, I'm looking for the born date. When it was born. Dumbasses. It's all cute and funny at first. And then after a while, it gets old, people. Old. I mean, it's one thing to be humorous and so on and so forth. One guy I like on here is Puddin'. I like Puddin'. He's a character, okay? I like him. Morsky, same thing. Another guy, pretty cool guy. And the guy everybody knows I'm talking about, I like him. I think he's a good, probably hell of a nice guy. But come on, enough's enough. I mean, your little skit got you where it's got you. I understand that. I mean, I understand how advertising and merchandising and all this stuff works. I get it. Okay? But, man. I mean, another guy, Junkyard Diggs, another guy, they don't sit there and do all this, I like them, they kind of banter back and forth, kid around each other. Okay, that's cool, They're showing their individuality that way. Morsky Repair shows his individuality. Puddin' shows his individuality, and his sidekicks there, Slick, they got their own little show now. Okay, I'm probably gonna botch it, but okay, Customs and Rods and Customs or something. I can't remember exactly, but something like that. Another, see, good guys. And I'm forgetting a lot of others. You know, well, same thing with Sparks. Reeves is their last name. There's a lot of people like that. Have their own individual personality. But there's a lot of people out there that's like, come on. You know, the guy in Vice Grip Garage, smart guy. Guy's highly intelligent. He's playing with a, oh, what the hell was that? A Model A or T or whatever, whatever he bought. And the gasket was, or the rubber shrunk and it leaked. Look, his grandfather, his father, him, they've changed, his brothers, they've changed those things hundreds of times, if not thousands of times. Okay? Anybody that does that stuff knows you better have a bunch of new gaskets sitting around. Maybe even a screen or two, because they're awful fragile sometimes too. Sometimes you got to clean them. And you always keep some material around. Cork, usually. Got to have a nice cork material. Not the real thin, cheap stuff, but you could use the cheap stuff, but you're better if you buy a little more quality stuff. And they make other fabrics, well, not fabrics, but other type of gasket making materials that you can use also. You just got to make sure it's for gasoline. But, you know, I watched him, you know, he gets the scissors out and he cuts around this thing, and then he's got to cut the inside of it and stuff. I'm thinking, yeah, I haven't had much. I'm not very good with the scissors, you know. But an X-Acto knife, good razor blade, whatever, you just set them and bowl down, scribe around it, you know, just cut around it. There you got the outside hole. Then what do? You go get a socket and you find out, oh, the inside of this sediment bowl is about 5/8 or 15/16, 7, you know, whatever. Oh, then you center that in there, cut around that with your X-Acto knife, razor blade, whatever, and man, then it fits like perfect. You put her up there, crank her down, and usually the leak's gone. He knows that. He's done thousands of them. But you got to keep it exciting for the people that haven't, say. Like I said, the guy's highly intelligent. Don't, you know, I know it's an act, it's a skit, but you know, I mean, yeah, it's kind of humorous. Walks around, rust free. Doesn't hardly ever rust on the things rusted out. It's kind of funny, you know. But at least you know, I don't know what the hell you know, whatever you want to call rust. You know, I don't know. Make up a word. It's like people run around whiskey dent. It's like, really, I poured some whiskey on my whatever out here, and you know, it didn't dent. I came back a few days later, still wasn't dented. Now, if I drink enough whiskey, I'll guarantee I can put a dent in that son of a bitch if I don't total it. But it's me that has to have the whiskey in it, okay? Not just pour it on a car and it dents, okay? But then again, that rest in peace, Toby Keith came up with that little line in a song, and everybody, oh, be an individual. Think for yourself. Use your own personality. They always say, if you're going to be successful, be yourself. Be yourself. So, that's all I got on here to say. You're going to build a car, build it the way you want it. Not how everybody else wants you to build it. You can take suggestions, and sometimes suggestions are good. Sometimes you take a suggestion here and there, and combine them all, and come up with something really great. You know, the guy that thinks he's too smart for everything is well, he's the biggest fool in the room. We all learn from one another. Some people come with some really good ideas on things. Some people are very talented. Yeah. So just be yourself. Think for yourself. Do your thing your way. Yeah. I mean, I remember my grandpa years ago. Hell, they were lucky you have enough money to put primer on a car, or anything for that matter. It was rare you saw anything that was like a hot rod that was actually painted. Most of them ran around like they called the patina look because, well, they didn't were poor, didn't have any money, so they made with what they had to do. So, well, write and tell me how stupid I am. Tell me how wrong I am. I need some good laughs. You guys have a good one.